Bobby Dirkens here. Tonight was the big Fiesta Bowl out there in Glendale, Arizona. Basically Phoenix, between the Penn State Nittany Lions and the Washington Huskies. Now I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I'm probably going to continuously call the Fiesta Bowl the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. I know it's PlayStation Fiesta Bowl now, but I think they ruined it. Because what you do, you go to the grocery store, you get you some Tostitos chips, get you something that look like guacamole or maybe a little chili, mess your stomach up, and get you a nice cold one, pop it open, have a mini Fiesta while you watch Fiesta Bowl. Those days are gone. I guess now we're supposed to play PlayStation while we watch the Fiesta Bowl. It's neither here nor there, but tonight was an exciting game. Two teams with explosive offenses. Two teams that over the past 3 or 4 years has really actually done quite well for themselves considering what was going on. Now let's go back to Penn State. Not to dig up some old skeletons or anything, but we all know what happened up there. We know the bomb that went off up there, and we know how that basically, I'll never forget them barely winning that game against Eastern Michigan, and they had to get a walk-on field goal kicker to hit it. And he'd already missed like 2 or 3 field goals. So, congratulations to them on doing much better. And then we go to Washington. No matter who they got to coach them, no matter how promising they look, they just couldn't get over the edge. Even a couple of years ago when Sarkisian was up there, yeah, they looked better, but they didn't look like this. Of course, they went to the college football playoff last year. They did get beat by Bama, but they still looked good, and they didn't suck like they used to. So, congratulations to both teams. Also, you went out there and you played in Phoenix. I went out to Phoenix one time, and before I went, somebody told me, said, it's a high heat, but it's a dry heat. So I was expecting to step off the plane, and it was just going to be a dry heat, whatever that means. As soon as I stepped off, I immediately felt like I'd stuck my head in an oven. I was burning up. It sucked. But anyway, I liked Phoenix. No bad ill towards Phoenix. Tonight, the Penn State Nittany Lions opened up. They held control of this game, and they ended up winning 35-28. Now, the ending was it was almost really exciting, and it took a bad twist. When Washington went for the old hook and ladder on the same field that Chris Peterson pulled his old shenanigans, it was exciting. It beat Bob Stoops, but this time, his guy tossed it back to the wrong team. Ended the ballgame that way, and they lost 35-28 to Penn State. Now, what does this mean for college football? Well, what it tells me is this is actually one of the only bowl games that actually makes sense to me. I like both teams. I'm not a fan of them, but I like them. I have no ill will towards them. But some of these other bowl games just didn't make sense. And some of these other teams, they'd seen better times. And I think other teams, unlike these two who's on the rise, these right here, the cream is rising to the top. But other teams, they've seen better days, and for some teams, their days are gone. Not gone like dinosaurs, but gone like home phones. You don't see them anymore. I mean, now, come on. Unless you go to an old person's house, and they got that long curly cord, and you can walk outside and, walk around the corner of the block. You don't see them anymore. It's gone like that. But these two teams, they know what they're doing. Now, I will say this, and I know that Penn State don't get mad at me, but I knew when I saw that 3-game stretch with Michigan, Michigan State, and Ohio State, you wasn't going to come out of that game without at least one loss. And I knew that was going to be the stretch that would define your season. Now, I have much more respect for you playing those 3 games and losing 2 of them than I do your Big Ten brethren, the Wisconsin Badgers, who played nobody. I mean, nobody. Let me say that again because that felt powerful. Nobody. They played nobody until the very end. We had to hear about Wisconsin to the very freaking end. Oh, every week. All of our brains was telling us, this team's not that good. And yes, strength of schedule does mean something. I'm tired of the suits and the ties who just, they get rid of logic, they throw it outside, take a big old creamy peanut-filled dump on top of it, and at the very end of the season, a team like Wisconsin finally plays somebody, and guess what? They lose. Well, at least y'all can hold your head high that you didn't do something crappy like that. And same thing for you, Washington. It's same thing for you. And what bothers me about Washington and Penn State, and I'm going to go ahead and say this, is that it was teams like Ohio State and Stanford that even after they got their second loss, the media was still just chewing their fingernails just to try to get those teams into the college football playoff. We got to get Stanford in. We got to get Ohio State in. They have to be in here. It's like inviting that annoying family member who the very day that they die, people are going to go behind closed doors and celebrate that they're gone because they don't have to deal with them anymore. That's what they were to me and to a lot of other people, and probably, truth be known, to you too. So at least you two teams played somebody during the season. At least you actually played somebody, and even if you lost to them, you can say, we lost to a good football team, and it was a good game. About to dry out my vocal cords because I'm preaching the good news. I'm telling you. I know if you've never seen me before, I shoot the truth like it is. You two teams, as I said, I'm a Clemson Tiger. I'm a Clemson fan, okay? I'm going to go ahead and lay the cards out there for you new people who don't know me. Hey, listen, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and do it because I'm going to tell you the truth about your team. Hey, you want to know a little truth for some of you who don't know me? I said that if Clemson kept playing lazy like they were in the first part of the season, they were going to lose somebody, and guess what happened? They lost to Syracuse. Because I was right. And I'm going to tell you about you guys, at least you played somebody. At least even in your losses, you played somebody. So congratulations to you that you were not some annoying, just like chigger on a raw butthole to the country while we had to sit there and watch Stanford be overly praised. Are they a good football team? Yes. But they were not what everybody was trying to select them to be. And once again, Wisconsin, they made my excrement list this year. Wisconsin. Guys, who they play? Who do they play? Well, they play in they're playing the seller teams of the Big Ten, and then they're turning around and playing teams that aren't that good, and I can promise you if they'd played Florida Atlantic later on in the season, they'd have lost. Shot that horse and put it out of its misery. Well, anyway, congratulations to Penn State. You won Fiesta Bowl. Washington, look, I don't think you're going down. I think you're going up. Congrats to both teams. Unless something crazy comes out, you've done it with class. This Bobby Dirkens saying, look like a good ball game to me. I can't even talk. Bobby Dirkens.